Yo, haha, Bill never said. I'm hoping you guys can hear my voice because right now I feel that sickness slowly creeping up on me. But what is good, YouTube? Your boy Magnificent coming back with a surprising sneaker review. And quite frankly, I'm gonna be honest. 2006 was around and your boy was not even in the sneaker game at all. Quite frankly, that was around the time when I lost everything. I'll be honest with you guys. I really didn't have much to go off, but in learning in my past mistakes kind of helped me to grow to the person that I am today, if that makes sense. And the reason why I bring that up is because, well, 2006 was the last time, at least that time, is when we saw the Jordan 4 Lightnings. Now, there's a cool story behind this. And shout out to Sneakers app for finally really coming out with the backstory behind certain shoes. They did it with the Jordan 4 Lightning. Most recently, I think it was the Jordan 5 Moonlights. And it kind of gives a sneaker fan kind of a glimpse of why the hype is there, why it was created. Now, me in reading this, it's an absolutely cool but crazy story behind this, because behind the Jordan brand, in terms of sneakers, we all know that Jordan is a big fan of fancy cars like Ferraris, but he was also a dirt bike rider. Now that's his young days, and he couldn't really ride those type of vehicles during his basketball years, right? So that's the collegiate level, especially the NBA level, because of his contract, right? You run the risk of breaking your leg, things like that. Certain basketball players even today have certain contracts where they can't do certain things. You know, it kind of prohibits them from doing it. So fast forward, Jordan's retired, and he meets up with pretty much a motorsport guy that got him in, I want to say, as a fan of motorsports. So hence you had from 2004 to 2013, I think it's right here, where he had that Team Jordan division, but it was the motorsport division. Now, that timeline is very, very, very crucial from 2004 to 2013. I say that because when you go back to 1999, right? And if I'm not mistaken, the Jordan 4 Oreos released. Now, it's not the Oreos that we're accustomed to seeing today, the white ones that released, but this one, this black version. And 1999 was around the time when a lot of Jordan 4s were just dropping left and right. It was heat. It was popular. But from the span of 2000 to 2005, Jordan 4 releases kind of took a dip. You didn't really see that many Jordan 4 releases, and people who were kind of a Jordan 4 retro fan was wondering like, what's going on? And the sad part about it is, comes to 2005, and Jordan is known to doing collaborations. It's not the first time we've seen him doing collaborations with musical artists such as Travis Scott, right, or J Balvin. Because you got to remember, when he did collaborations, or when Nike did collaborations with Jordan and certain music artists, think about the Eminem, right? So Eminem did his collaboration with Jordan, did his Jordan 4 around 2005, and of course that was exclusive, very hard to get. And then of course Undefeated did their Jordan 4 release with their collaboration, and again, another limited shoe, hard to get. So as a sneaker fan and seeing this, you really haven't really seen Jordan 4 releases from 2000 to 2005. And then all of a sudden, 2006, around that year, probably prior to that, the Jordan Motorsport division, figured, hey, with these collaborations going on, can we get our own collaboration? And hence you have the Thunder and you have the Lightning pack. Now, it's funny how this all works because, the internet, what it was back in 2006, a lot different from what it was 2020. A lot of sneaker releases were different back then in 2006 versus now, right? So you didn't have your apps, right? You had people waiting in line, people waiting overnight, stores, yada yada yada. And when the rumors of the Jordan 4 Lightning release were going to happen, people, what I'm assuming, thought, oh, okay, well, this is exclusive to Jordan Motorsport team members only. And then, as you saw in the Sneakers app, a surprise shock drop, kinda, happened online for Jordan team members. So if you were a team member, it was 4 o'clock, you were online, not too many people were, and you got this exclusive drop. So you could either pay $250 for the Lightning, which was, I mean, think about it, it's a lot of money back in 2006, or you had that option to get the Thunder, which was $500, but it came with a motorsport jacket. So even then, like back then, that's a lot of money. That's just, even now, that's a lot of money. Nobody really has that just lying in their pocket. So it's what's crazy about this is that there's a lot of people, obviously, sort of like the Jordan 11 Concords, where a lot of people just missed out on their opportunity to cop this shoe. Now, unlike the Concords that have re-released so many different times, your brands that release, whether it be a 4 or 11, that's been re-releasing in the course of a span of 2 decades. This is the shoe that really hasn't re-released since 2006, and even when it did, it was limited. So I can see where the hype's coming in. I know people saying, "Oh, there's a lot of pairs." All granted, the material's not as good as it was in 2006, is what people are saying, but it's the nostalgia. The nostalgia, I'm telling you. So going back to the whole 2006 limited kind of release, I think that, in my opinion, sneakerheads back then kind of got a taste of what Jordan Brand was capable of doing with their retros. Because if you think about it, I think the Jordan 5 Tokyo was released, and that colorway, that hue, that kind of bumblebee type, I want to say that was suede, that just caught the eye of so many people because you're not really accustomed to seeing those type of colorways on a Jordan retro. So of course, that built up the hype, and I think that built up hype for the Jordan 4 Lightning release, right? Despite, again, how many pairs you see today, I don't care if it's 90,000, I don't care if it's 100,000. It's the fact that the people that wanted that shoe or wanted this shoe back in 2006 and couldn't have it, now they have that opportunity to have that in their lineup. So you're talking about a lot of shoe collectors out there that may not even have the Lightning from 2006, but now you got a chance to get it. So I don't care how many pairs are out there. Like I said, this is going to be popular. There's probably stores that's going to be doing restocks and stuff like that, but it will not be an easy shoe to get, just for the simple fact that we've waited, over a decade, since 2006, just to see this release. So, the question is, when is the next time you're going to see a Jordan 4 Lightning release? So, stick with me here. Now, I don't know how everybody else's experience was with the sneakers app before I get in the shoe, but when I got the shoe back, I think it was last week Saturday, it was one of the weirder releases, and I'm guessing because of the amount of pairs that were available on the sneakers app. I got one for my wife, which is, I think, this pair, and then I got my personal pair down here. And what happened was, I don't know about you guys, but this was one of the weirdest releases. My guess is that the number of pairs that were available caused a lot of delays and people getting W's. And quite frankly, I didn't even know. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I didn't know about this W. And it didn't dawn on me. And I'm starting to pay my bills. And I'm like, didn't I just pay this Nike bill not too long ago? Like, how the heck did this happen twice? And I go back into the account, which was my wife's account, and she got the dub for my shoe, and I got the dub for her shoe. But her shoe, I got the dub first. And because it took so long to get that second W, I really didn't even pay attention to my wife's account. I was like, okay, I got my wife's shoe. I'm good. And it's 15 minutes, I think 15 minutes after the draw, when it ended, 15 minutes after that's when I knew about my wife's release. Or the W, I should say. And then 15 minutes after that, or 20 minutes it must have been, is when the W happened on, because I checked the timeline on my wife's account. So that's crazy. That is crazy. And again, I guess it's because the certain amount of pairs that were released, and it's rumored that there were probably over 40, 50,000 pairs of these on the sneakers app. But that said and done, listen, shout out to, again, UPS. You guys always come through. And it's a crazy amount of, it's a crazy day to day in general. I'll get to that towards the end of the video, but shout out to you guys, because it was not just this. It was a couple other boxes that came in and it just caught me off guard. And me fighting this cold that I have right now, I'm surprised I'm talking to you guys right now. But that said and done, you've seen the box before. My first time coughing, but you've seen the box before. But this is a size 13. Of course, you got that cement print box. I think that this box is very, very unique. I know a lot of people are not into the whole boxes thing, but it's the colorway that makes this appealing, kind of delivers. And then when you consider the backstory behind it, I think that's where the hype is coming from. So let's take a look at the shoe. And man, now this is not my first time seeing this, because 2 weeks prior, actually 3 weeks prior to the release, certain stores already had this in stock. And I was able to see the shoe prior to actually getting the shoe. And when I saw it, it was like, that's why I saw people, I was telling people on my previous video, like, you may have a pair that's good, you may have a pair that's bad to a certain point. I'll get to that momentarily. So, let me just put this right here. And we've had a good number of Jordan 4 releases. Of course, you got the cement paper in there. Bada bing, bada boom. No extra laces, by the way, and this is definitely true to size. So let's just take a look at this now. And looking at this right away, I can tell you right now that you better have some type of stain repellent and some type of nubuck cleaner. The reason why I'm saying that is because this is a smooth yellow upper nubuck. It's kind of got that bumblebee design. I've seen people do lace swaps with, I think it was a black and a white one. I think that it actually, you know what? A lot of people are favoring the white laces, but I mean, you can't go wrong with it. It's definitely a dope shoe. And of course, on the outsole, you got that whole gray design, gray colorway. Midsole, you got that white air bubble unit. I mean, you see this time and time again with multiple Jordan 4s, but me personally, and looking at this, I feel like this is going to be the shoe that is going to pop the most in terms of Jordan 4 retros. We've seen the Jordan 4 UNCs, we've seen the Jordan 4 Oreos, and actually, you know what? I'm gonna bring that out real quick, because in my opinion, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, this is going to be high maintenance in terms of keeping it clean. It's a great colorway. It's not gonna go great with a lot of different clothes you wear, but it's the most desired because of availability, right? And the fact that this color, when you put it on, to me, it actually does remind me of the Jordan 5 Tokyos to a certain point. Of course, those little waffle lace holders right there are, in my opinion, I thought it was gray, but when you put it at a certain light, it actually is black. It's definitely black. But let me get to my point here. So you've seen it time and time again. A lot of people saying that they feel like Jordan 4s are getting more popular than the Jordan 1s. And I can attest to that, because I've seen a lot of people, even around here, which is not really a sneaker favorited community, but I've seen more people where if it's not the Jordan 4 Fire Red 4s that released last year, it's the Jordan 4 UNCs. It's the Jordan 4 Oreos. But in my opinion, I think that out of all these shoes, and a lot of people will tell you this is the most wearable. I think that this is a clean shoe that goes with pretty much anything. So if you're able to cop this, you are very lucky, because the aftermarket price right at least right now for these, trying to get the cough out, is ridiculous. It's like over $300, which is crazy. But you can't go wrong with, in my opinion, any one of the three. It's just that the Oreos is the most wearable. This is the most appealing shoe out of all. Now, before we get to the whole on feet, I will end this video with this and saying that right now we are going through some trying times, troubled times. You know, anywhere from the hurricane, unnecessary shootings, you got a military in the bind, and even with the hurricanes, man, it's just like, I've seen this time and time, and everything is just, I'll put it this way. We are all going through a lot. And in these times, I tell people, look, I try to find my zen. Try to find a zen. You always want to be thankful every day you're waking up. Never take anything, and I mean anything, for granted, because you never know what can be taken from you in a split second. Finding your zen, man. I mean, honestly, I'll pick up a VR headset, jump in VR, whether I'm doing Zen classes or playing golf or something like that, that helps me kind of escape the world, even if it's temporarily, helps me, calm down. Video games, like playing basketball, watching Doctor Who. I'm a big Doctor Who fan, and that's the geek in me. But stuff like that, it just helps my anxiety go down a bit. And my prayers are out to a lot of people, especially my loved ones out there, because it's been a very, very roller coaster downfall day. And I pray that everybody that's going through what they're going through are seeing better times. But right now, it's just trying times, man. And I hope that people are using better judgment, in terms of your body, because only you know your body more than anybody else, So I'll say that to say this, you guys, this is why I say almost after every video to please, no matter what, stay blessed. Your boy 100%, I am out. Let's do this on feet for the Jordan 4 Lightnings. We go from there. Till the next time, because I got a big surprise coming, hopefully later on this week. We'll see. Hopefully this cold does not overtake me, and then, I'm in the bed. Who knows? Boy 100%, I am out. Again, you guys, stay blessed.